Mercedes spent 4 years trying to convince you that an electric car needed a new name, a new shape, and a new way of thinking. The EQC, the EQS, the EQE. Customers looked at all three and said no. The electric GLC is Stuttgart's admission that the customer was right. Same name, same shape, completely different technology underneath. And the price, when you see it, changes the conversation entirely. The exterior is the most interesting design decision Mercedes has made in years. The grille is enormous, chromed, and available with 942 illuminated LED points that animate when you approach the car. It is a deliberate reference to the upright Mercedes grilles of the 1970s, which is a strange thing to put on an electric car and a strangely effective one. In lavender silver, the car Salzburg had on display, the proportions read more planted than the EQC ever managed. Wider track, longer wheelbase, 84 mm more between the axles than the combustion GLC. The rear gets a full-width light bar that ties the taillights into one continuous signature. This is the first car to wear the new Mercedes design language. What Mercedes did inside is the reason to keep watching, and it starts with a decision they reversed. Physical controls are back. The volume roller, the Distronic rocker switch, the climate buttons. Mercedes heard the EQS complaints, and for the first time in years, they responded by adding things instead of removing them. The optional MBUX Hyperscreen stretches 99.3 centimeters across the entire dashboard, the largest continuous screen Mercedes has ever fitted. It runs the new MBUX operating system, which is faster and more responsive than the MBUX system in the EQS. The beach brown leather on the display car in Salzburg felt genuinely considered, not decorative, considered. The seats are AGR certified, newly designed, and supportive enough for long distances, without the firmness that makes some sport seats exhausting by the second hour. I have sat in interiors at twice this price that gave me less confidence in the materials. That is an unusual thing to say about a Mercedes in this price bracket. The rear cabin is where the longer wheelbase earns its keep. 47 mm more legroom than the combustion GLC. The headroom gains are real too, 16 mm more, and there is a dedicated rear climate zone. 3 adults fit without the shoulder compression that makes the Audi Q6 e-tron feel tighter than it should. The rear bench is flat enough, and the floor is flat, no transmission tunnel. For a family of 4, the rear cabin is the single strongest argument for this car over anything in the segment. 570 liters in the boot, around 20.1 cubic feet, with a flat loading floor. Fold the rear seats and it extends to 1,740 liters, around 61.4 cubic feet. The frunk adds 128 liters, roughly 4.5 cubic feet. Press the badge on the front and the frunk opens without fumbling for a lever inside the cabin. A small detail. The kind of detail that tells you someone on the engineering team actually lives with one of these. 800 volts, 330 kilowatts peak charging, 10 to 80% in 22 minutes. In practical terms, 10 minutes at a compatible fast charger adds 3 kilometers, around 188 miles of range. The 94 kilowatt-hour battery returns up to 713 kilometers WLTP, around 443 miles. This specific car in Salzburg, on its wheel and spec combination, showed 645 kilometers on the window sticker. The BMW iX3 charges faster, 400 kilowatts, and claims a longer maximum range at 805 kilometers. Those are real advantages. What the BMW does not have is the interior quality or the rear cabin space this car offers. 65,205 euros with the Austrian discount applied. That is the entry price for 489 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 4.3 seconds to 100 kilometers per hour, around 4.2 seconds to 60 miles per hour, in a car that looks like the GLC Mercedes customers already trust. The BMW iX3 starts at 70,900 euros in Germany. That gap used to belong to the car with the better badge. Whether that is still the case after sitting inside this one is a question I did not expect to be asking. For most of the last 4 years, I've been telling people to wait before buying an electric Mercedes. I am not saying that anymore. The video of BMW iX3 is here. Click here to see the new iX3. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.